I'm so excited because I know you guys have spent the whole week making these wonderful transitions. I'm sure you have some victories. I'm sure you have some challenges to share. But today we are going to be learning from one of the nation's top experts, Melanie Alpert.
Christina, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
We're so glad to have you here today. And for those of you who don't know, she actually handled the food for the Super Bowl here in Arizona in what year?
Well, in 2008, we created 3 products with the Super Bowl logo, and that was a long time ago. And one was actually a matcha tea kit.
Awesome.
Way before its time, but in Tampa and Miami, we did catering.
That's
at the Super Bowl.
wonderful.
And then in the Super Bowl in Dallas, my company was the official health and wellness partner of the NFL Alumni Association.
That's wonderful.
And that's when it got really big. We had 9 catering, cooking, nutrition, education events with a lot of the former NFL players.
So let me ask
over
you
4
this.
days.
Do you believe that muscles are made in the gym or in the kitchen?
I think the kitchen has a lot to do
I
with
think the kitchen
it.
does too. I really do. I believe that you can work out all you want, but if
Yeah.
you're not eating healthy, you're not going to see the results you want.
Yeah,
And you definitely won't feel good.
Yeah, I hear a lot from my fitness people that 80% of your muscle and your strength comes from the food and about 20% comes from the working out.
That's right. So if you want abs, if you want that sexy summer body, right? It's going to start right here with our kale leaves. So you've also worked with a very famous nutritional expert, in one of the top in the world. Do you want to share who that is?
Christina is so amazing. She gives me the goosebumps. I spent 9 years working with Dr. Andrew Weil.
Wow.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, he's an integrative medicine pioneer. He's a New York Times #1 bestseller. He's
I've
part
read
of
many of his
True Food Kitchen right
many
now.
of his works.
Yep. I moved back to Phoenix about 14 years ago to work with him in branding and marketing and licensing. And he really motivated me a lot, and I learned a lot from him. But it was really cool. I don't know if you know this, through Dr. Weil, he was teaching at a nutrition school called the Institute for Integrative Nutrition in New York City.
Yes.
And I actually sent him an email one day and I said, Andy, what do you think about the school? And he said, I think you'd like it. So I ended up going to the school thinking I'd have a lot more knowledge for my marketing clients. And it turned out that I decided I was going to start working with the former NFL football players.
Yep.
And that's kind of got me started. And what I did with the former players, I literally went into their homes and taught them how to cook. I had no culinary training, but I knew from Dr. Weil and from all the teachers I had at the Institute for Integrative Nutrition what we needed to eat. So I literally learned how to cook, and then I taught them what I learned. Since then, I've taken a lot of culinary
today,
courses.
We're teaching you everything that, well, not everything she knows, everything in this segment that you can learn today, and we're definitely going to have you back for the next season.
I can't wait already because you guys are awesome.
But you guys, we're going to learn how to make the best kale salad of your life, and I'm super excited about this because how many times do we just not know what to put on these salads, right? I know I'm one of them. What do we put on it? Well, this expert right here, she's going to teach us how to make the best toppings and the best dressings for your salad. So you guys ready?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Oh my goodness.
Can I get a go kale? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Go Kale! We have lots of sharing to do. What we're going to do, as Christina said, we're going to make a raw kale salad. And before that, I'm going to teach you how to make a really simple 3-ingredient salad dressing. I call it the 3-ingredient dressing. And it's an acid, a fat, and a salt. So it's an acid, a fat, and a salt. So your lemon is your acid. And we have these little lemon reamers. So if you notice that there's still a lot of juice in there.
Look at that.
We only have a couple
What
of
is
these.
this called?
It's called a reamer,
A
lemon reamer.
Need a reamer.
I need a reamer.
So notice how much more lemon juice we can get out with that.
Oh, that's great.
And then this would be your compost bowl.
That'll save your hands. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we have enough.
So let's see how everybody's doing with your lemon.
So we just did the acid.
The acid, again, it could be your lemon, it could be your lime, it could be any kind of vinegar. It could even be mustard, because mustard is an acid.
Okay.
So, because it has vinegar in it. So then we have a fat. And my favorite fat is an
Olive
organic, extra virgin, first pressed, cold pressed olive oil.
So ladies, repeat after me. Fat does not make me fat.
Fat does not make me fat.
That's right, it doesn't. This is actually a very healthy thing for your body. It's great for your hair, it's great for your skin, it's great for your nails, it's great for your brain health. This is amazing for you, and it tastes fabulous.
Yeah, yeah. So let me, I want to kind of tell you a little bit about the olive oil, and then we're going to put about twice as much
as acid.
As your acid. And that's why we start with the acid.
Got it.
Because you don't know how much acid you're going to have when you have a real whole food, right? So we're going to put about twice as much of olive oil, and you're going to shake it up, and then I'm going to show you how to taste it. And then we're going to say, does it need more acid or does it need more fat? But I really want to talk to you a little bit about the olive oil when I come around and do that. Organic, first press, cold press.
That's right.
It's the first pressing of the olive, and it's cold pressed, so no heat. It has not been touched with heat to degrade the olives.
That's right.
And there's going to be more of the good fat in the first press of the olive. Like, it will be pressed again, but that will go to a lower quality olive oil. Yeah. So if you don't see first pressed, it's not first pressed.
That's right. And if it's, as long as it's cold pressed, what that means is you get more phytonutrients, more living life out of it. Because olives are a living thing. And so the longer they've been heated, or they've been dead, or you're getting the third, fourth press, the lesser the quality. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And you notice, like, I do my best, like it's open, I hurry up and try to close it because I don't want it to oxidize. And that's where you're using the quality as well.
Exactly. So you also want to keep it in a dark place. Don't put it in your windowsill. Does that make sense? Keep it in a dark pantry. Exactly.
I want to tell you guys a couple other little tips when you're shopping for olive oil. It is, if you see on your jar or your bottle, this says 0.3 to 0.5% acid. You want less than 0.8% acid, and the antioxidants are going to be higher. And this I learned from Dr. Andrew Weil. Like, everybody says, oh, Melanie, you cook with olive oil. I do. But if with a high quality olive oil, it has a high smoke point. My olive oil never burns and never smokes, but I use a really fine olive oil. The other thing that you want to look for is that it's from one location. This is 100% Italian olives. If you go and look at some of the less expensive olive oils, you'll see, like, oh, it's from Turkey, it's Spain, Greece. It's like from all these different regions, so you don't really know where it's coming from. So I'm going to give you guys about twice as much olive oil now, and then you're going to shake it up. I'll show you how you're going to do it. Or you do it. Shake it up, and then I'll show you how you can taste it while I'm doing the olive oil a little bit. Good.
That looks
You
tasty.
can open it, please. And then you're going to put your finger in it, and you're going to flick it on your wrist and taste.
Oh!
Flick it, because, you know, we're using our hands to cook together, so we really don't want to go hand to mouth.
And taste it.
And taste it.
Taste it. Is it good?
Yeah, I like
Is
it.
it good? All right. Well,
My balance was good, but what you're looking for doesn't need, so I might not get the balance exactly right each time. I'm looking for about twice as much fat as acid. You're tasting it and you're going, ooh, it feels heavy, it has too much fat in it, then you're gonna want more lemon. I taught 3-year-old to like 7-year-old kids this the other day, and they were even saying it needs more fat. And I'm going, how cool is that? It's like, these little kids are going, they call me Aunt Mel, and they go, Aunt Mel, it needs more fat.
there you go.
So I'm going to come around and give you guys some olive oil, and I really do. I hold it up. It's not scientific at all, like, not at all, and that's why we use these cute little
more of an
jars.
art.
Well, you know, and it's intuitive. I teach intuitive cooking, so the other thing that I like to talk about is learning simple culinary skills. So today you're learning how to make a salad dressing, how to massage a kale, how to plate it. And once you learn a simple culinary skill, then you can cook intuitively. Yeah. So this is part of the intuition of it. And everybody's taste buds are going to be a little bit different. Yeah. Okay, who else has a jar? Oh, yay. This doesn't look, yeah, it does. It looks like more. And then at some point you can pick out your seeds, like maybe when you're putting it on the salad. It's interesting. It's a really easy, I was actually listening to NPR the other day, and they were talking about this method of using a jar, and I'm going, well, that's what I do every day. How cool is that? Do you want to pour some?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Let's see if Christina can get her balance right.
Let's see if I can do
About twice as much fat, and then you really want to shake it up well and taste it.
About twice as much fat as acid, right? Is that right?
We'll find out. You'll taste it and
all
see.
right, let's, you want to?
You can, do you want to? Or do you want me to?
Oh, I'll do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it. got a lot of acid there.
There's like 4 of us.
There's a lot of acid there. Yeah. It's right here. Awesome. So that's really cool. They tasted it and they said, I think we need more acid. And you will immediately know that's where your intuition happens. This means peace and quiet. Right?
So we noticed down here, they said they're a little heavy on the fat. So that's great that they're noticing that. So they're gonna add a little more acidity, which we have another lemon over here.
Yeah.
Do you have lemon down there? You're sharing?
Here, let's put the top on the olive oil.
Oh, okay. We'll put the top on the olive oil. Oh yes, Melanie wants that top on.
We must have that top on so it doesn't oxidize.
Can we get a lemon?
There's a lot of lemons, yeah.
A lemon. Do you need another lemon?
No, we're good over here.
Well, you can share.
Okay, so you're saying they keep the top on. What about like all those bottles now that they have it where it's just an easy pour? You're saying don't do it?
Well, a lot of times the Easy Pour has a little spout and it closes up, so you're fine with that. I'm just really particular about my food. I mean, I buy this food came from the farmer yesterday. It was harvested yesterday morning. I'm really particular about my food, and I want it to be as fresh and have the most nutrients as we can. I mean, every moment that the food is sitting around, it's losing its nutrition.
Right.
So,
okay, so now our chef is going to teach us
the next step.
which is adding salt.
Adding salt.
First is acid,
Yes.
then fat, and now a salt.
And now a salt. So
What kind of salt is this?
Okay, so this is a Celtic Sea Salt, and if you want to put some in that,
beautiful.
we're not ready yet. What we're going to do is put it, and I'll talk to you a second about the Celtic Sea Salt, but I want you guys to get started on this. You're going to take the mortar and pestle and grind it. Okay, so if everybody wants a little, they're heavy. Do you need more? So the Celtic Sea Salt, I buy my salt, as you can see, really coarse, and then I grind it, and it comes from the sea. It has not been processed. There's no caking agent or anything in it. This is pure. You guys can, here, if you want to take it around, I poured an awful lot out. It's real salt. But the thing about the salt, you find the one you like. A lot of people like the pink Himalayan salt. This is from the sea. The Himalayan salt, obviously, is from the Himalayan mountains. But you find the one that you like the best. There's no right or wrong with it at all.
And you recommend grinding it yourself so that way it's less exposure.
It's less exposure, and it doesn't have any caking agents or anything extra in it.
Does that mean that the iodine salt, the iodized salt that we get in the Morton's is
It's been processed. Everything that's not a real whole food like what we have here is processed. And I don't use.
the difference between pink Himalayan and the Celtic Sea Salt? That's more of a
There's a little bit of difference with the minerals because some is coming from the sea and some is coming from the earth. So it's the minerals from each of those. So it's all going to be different based on which one you buy. But have fun. I mean, you can go into the stores and just find a little bit of salt and find the one you like. So that needs to be really, really ground up.
Okay.
Did anybody else want to try to grind, or did you?
You want to try grinding? Pass it.
It's fun.
No?
And the other thing is this is part of the mindfulness and the experience of cooking. I mean, it really you become really close to the food, I think, when you're doing it this way.
Yes.
And I'm actually smelling the lemon, which I really like.
It smells really good in here.
Yeah.
It's probably me.
Of course.
It smells very good.
Yeah. So once we have the salt finished grinding, you're just going to take a pinch, a little teeny pinch,
Okay.
put it into your jar, and then do your taste again. You do not want to taste salt.
Okay.
So you don't want to taste salt. The salt will always bring out the flavor in whatever you add to it, but you don't want it to be salty. So don't get into that habit of saying, oh, I always need salt. Like I actually do some classes and I will say after we make the salad dressing, I'm hiding the salt and you're not having any more because we don't want to add a lot of salt. You can't taste the flavor of the beautiful foods if you add too much salt too.
Okay, so then she's just dicing up the garlic
Yeah.
small.
Small.
Very small.
But then this is the really great thing. This is called the pivot technique.
Okay, look at this technique, you guys. It's called the pivot.
The pivot.
Pivot. I think I could do
This
that.
is actually
I think I
really,
could do
this
that.
is actually, so what you do, and you can try it,
Okay.
you put your fingers here and you're just going to move your knife.
Okay.
But yeah, and then you kind of, it's kind of like a little bit
I
of rolling
see.
and a
Oh, I
little bit
see.
of
Okay,
pivot.
that feels natural. That feels
Yeah.
natural.
And then you stop,
Okay.
and then you just kind of Be careful.
Be very careful.
And you can bring it up together and do it again.
All right.
And that's it.
And how many times should you do this? What should the texture be of this?
You know, it's interesting. It depends upon what you really want in your whatever you're making. So in this salad dressing, I'd probably want them pretty small. There's not really a technical term. This is called minced, and you can mince them small and you can mince them big, but I think that's pretty
That
good.
looks great.
That looks pretty good.
That looks delicious.
So back to your salad dressing. Have you added your salt yet?
No.
Oh!
I haven't. I have not.
Because you
Okay, so now we're adding.
you're adding
salt.
a teeny weeny pinch of salt, and then you're going to taste it.
Okay.
Ready?
Let's go.
Here's the pestle.
Just a teeny little bit.
Okay, about that much?
Yes.
Literally a pinch.
A pinch, a teeny weeny pinch.
I feel like a fairy. Pring. There you go.
What do you need?
Magic dust.
Did you get your salt?
I did. We got it.
And then we shake again?
Shake it and do
right.
your taste if you haven't done that.
Shake,
I know
shake, shake. Oh, here
Any
we go.
comments on that?
I think it's
Good?
great. Yeah.
Okay. So here's the question. Since Christina so graciously cut up some garlic, if you'd like a little bit of garlic, you may add
Absolutely.
some garlic. We have some dill. If you'd like to add a little bit of dill, have some dill, just let us know.
Okay.
Do you want me to pass some dill, take some dill and pass it around if people want dill? If people want,
I think we'll have some dill. A little more dill.
this is exactly what we want to do. Somebody just came over and said, how do you know how much dill?
How do you put in the dill? You just drop it in? Do you break it up?
I break it up into little pieces
Okay, got
and
it.
then drop it in.
Okay.
It smells really good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like, do you want to hit the bowl? Okay, ladies, so just to give you a heads up, don't do the mistake I did and drop an entire dill leaf in, like a whole sprig of it. You break it up. I know that's common sense, but I just threw it in. So, we're gonna,
The same thing.
here we go.
What do we do?
Just tear it up.
It's
Small.
part of the mindfulness and part of the fun with
Yes.
food. We want you to enjoy food. Absolutely.
Oh, okay, never mind. We have some.
Here, pass some. You can have dill. This is actually locally grown organic as well.
This is fabulous. Look at how green it is and just alive.
We want you to have fun with food.
Okay, so she just gave a really good tip. The base of this is truly, you have to make sure you have a very good olive oil. So if you've got an old olive oil that you found at some mega food store, throw it out today. It has no health benefits for you in it. And go to a farmer's market, get your fresh vegetables, and then visit a health food store. Today we found this olive oil at Sprouts.
Yes, yesterday.
Yesterday.
So
So-
it's zucchini, and I don't market any brands, but there was something I forgot to mention about the olive oil, and this is really important. Oh, thank you. So, and maybe you want to taste it, maybe a couple people want to taste it. Drip a little bit of just the olive oil on your wrist and taste it and notice, and then I'll tell
It's
you
very
what happens.
different. It's very different.
So I want to, there's a taste sensation that you get in a high quality
like this?
olive oil. Yeah,
Okay. Okay, so taste it.
taste it. And then just pause with it a second and see if you notice anything. So if you have a good quality olive oil, sometime, and it takes a moment, you get like,
It's overtaking my throat.
it makes you want to cough a little bit.
It does.
There is a compound in a high quality olive oil that works like ibuprofen.
Wow.
And Dr. Wall says eat like 2 teaspoons of really good high quality olive oil every day. It will reduce inflammation in your body.
Wonderful. That's great.
But I could see, did you get anything from that?
I did. Now it's like all right in here.
Yeah,
All right in
it's
here,
like
yeah.
the throat. It kind of gets into your throat, and it might be a little
That's
peppery.
great.
I'm just kind of.
You have to tap it to get it started.
Okay, well, work in progress.
Yeah, we'll have a lesson.
We'll have a lesson. So we're on to our kale.
Everybody grab a kale.
Grab your kale.
A kale leaf.
A kale.
And hopefully, so you're gonna take a little bit like this. See this? Like a little bit off the end. Isn't that awesome?
Okay, you ready?
You have to, let's do it together. You want to maybe,
Just get a little tear going on both sides. Ready?
here, let's do it. Ready?
Yes.
I did it! Yes! That's awesome.
That's wonderful.
That's awesome. And then you tear it into bite-sized pieces.
I got it. Okay, so once you get the kale off of the stalk I guess this would be stems.
stem, whatever,
You go ahead and you start tearing it into bite-sized pieces. And we're gonna start putting it in our bowl.
in our big bowl. So I just want to let you know, this kale came from Blue Sky Farms out in Litchfield. They grow all kinds of kale. They grow a mixed baby green. They grow the carrots that we have here, the beets. They sell to major restaurants in New York and Boston, and we have their food here.
Thank you. So
Definitely go to your farmers markets. Kale, the season is starting to end, so we're only going to probably have it for another couple weeks. So if you're interested in doing this now, get out to your farmers markets. We still have the downtown Phoenix. There's the uptown market going on. Gilbert has one on Saturday, which is another great market. A couple of I think 3 organic farmers are actually at the Gilbert market. So definitely go and get your kale right now. So the question was, what do I do when kale's not in season? One of my philosophies is eating with the season.
yes.
So if kale's not in season, I probably eat something else that's in season that they're growing. Some of the farmers have greenhouses, so they're growing inside.
Yeah.
So if they're growing something else, I'll eat something else. So while we're chatting, what I want you to do now is, you're gonna laugh.
What are we
gonna
doing?
devein. We're gonna start massaging our kale. What you're gonna do is pour your salad dressing into your bowl.
Okay.
Putting your dressing on,
Oh.
the dressing is going to break down. The acid, the fat, and the salt is going to break
Just
down
a
the
little
kale.
bit, right?
A little more than
A
that.
little more than that.
Yeah, and then it's like a deep tissue massage.
Okay, so any massage fans in here? She says it's like a deep tissue massage.
It's not a toss.
Kale.
So if you're coating a lettuce, you would toss.
Okay.
If you're, it is going to break down the fiber. It is going to take out the bitterness, and the nutrients are going to be more bioavailable for your body. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
All right.
I'm excited. Wow. I'll go down here.
Okay, so Chef Melanie just told me the secret to the best kale massage. 5 to 7 minutes of massaging your kale.
And here's the thing, if you want to taste it in between before you get there, taste it, and it may still be bitter. But again,
So the more you
intuitively-
massage it, the less bitter?
It's going to take out the bitterness. It's going to break down the fiber. It will be more bioavailable. So you're going to get more nutrition by doing it this way.
Oh my gosh, you
This is-
just changed my life with kale. The more you massage your kale, the more nutrients you're going to get from your kale and the less bitter it will be.
Think about how it goes through the digestion process.
That is amazing.
Haven't I learned a lot?
I have learned so much about this, just this part of
Yeah,
the cooking.
but I would say definitely taste it, and see if it's still bitter, you probably want to massage it a little bit more. So we really want to make a beautiful salad, right? So today, I love putting a lot of fruit in my salads. So I actually brought some raspberries and some blackberries. Everybody can make a different salad because it's going to be intuitive. So you can have some berries. I have some apples we can cut up. We have some red grapes and some green grapes, and I'm cutting up some figs. So if you want some figs. And then on top of that, we have some
We have pepitas, which are pumpkin seeds. We have the sunflower seeds, and we have the almonds. Now, here's a little tidbit about seeds, you guys. You want to make sure you're going organic. You want to make sure you're going raw, and
Yes.
that they're not processed. Raw, yes. So
Yes.
if you've got salted, roasted nuts, throw it out. It's the same as eating a candy bar, okay?
Yeah.
So how
So
much-
so in terms of shopping, I actually buy these raw nuts and seeds at the bins at Sprouts. Again, I'm not marketing any company at all, but the turnover seems to be pretty good and their prices are pretty good. And you know what, Christine, I teach a lot of people across the country. Some people can't find them in their hometowns.
Right.
So you could actually order them online.
Yes.
And make sure, like you're saying, organic and raw.
organic and raw and not salted.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what they're using, or flavored.
Or roasted.
Or roasted. Just eat as real to its original state
Yes.
as possible.
So what we're going to do, let me tell you what we're going to do. Within your tables, I'm going to give you a beautiful tray, and you may have to share, and you're going to plate your salad with your berries
Oh,
and with your
okay.
nuts and seeds.
We're plating.
And with our figs. And if you want some apples, I can slice up some apples, and then we have those orange grapes that I was talking about before.
Yes.
So if you want some orange grapes, you can have some orange. It's my brand.
There you go.
But start with putting some of the things in your bowl, but then note that you're going to beautifully plate.
Make these beautiful.
Make these really beautiful.
We're
So
gonna Instagram these.
but you may have to share
to a
somehow,
plate.
but it's okay. That was intentional. But here, yeah, however, but we really want it to be beautiful, and I'll come around with the other ingredients. Oh, you're so welcome.
Okay, so our first group is up and ready to share their salad. Come on up, show the chef.
Hi, Melanie. What do you think?
I think it's absolutely beautiful. It looks like a mandala to me.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Are you
worked
guys-
really hard on it.
Are you excited to eat it?
Yes, it looks delicious.
We OD'd a little bit too much on the lemon, but we
Okay.
made it work.
Yeah, we made it
Awesome.
work. I love the figs. Those were delicious.
Have you ever had figs?
So I've had fig cookies, right?
Oh.
But it's completely different when you just taste it as the fruit.
Yeah.
So yeah, we want to feel fuller, and so this looks gorgeous.
Looks beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Enjoy your salad, ladies.
Yeah.
Come on up, come on up.
Wow. Isn't it awesome how different they all are?
That's
Come on up.
beautiful.
This is our nut free.
That is beautiful.
friendly.
Oh, so what? Who had an allergy?
And I'm allergic to sunflower seeds.
You're allergic to sunflower seeds and
Tree nuts.
tree nuts. So we just left the seeds off tonight.
Yep.
That's beautiful.
What was your main learning?
I never had figs, so I really like the figs, but
I
the
know.
massaging the kale, because
Yeah, I
I
was
don't like
gonna
kale
say.
because it's so bitter, and so that's
And
nice
you're
that
going to
it-
try this today,
Yeah.
right?
I will.
And you're going to get this. You're going to tell us how different it is.
Yeah.
Have you
Awesome.
tried this yet?
Nope.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It looks like a Christmas holiday kind of thing.
There you go. She's going to try.
Try a little taste testing.
From the girl who
anything.
says she does not like kale. Let's see.
All right, people.
And don't double dip.
That's really good.
Awesome.
Awesome.
High five. High five.
Good work. It's
Good
your guys'
job,
work.
group.
You can't
Good.
taste the bitterness anymore.
Yeah. It all starts to really come together.
Massaging that kale really made a difference.
You did.
Oh, you had a little. Oh,
Just two of us.
Oh, this is beautiful. So, what did you guys enjoy most about Chef Melanie's?
Learning all the tricks.
Yeah.
And then just kind of, we like to put everything on. We kind of agreed that we wanted to try everything.
Everything.
So-
Just a little bit of everything.
And lots of nuts.
Yes.
Awesome.
We're big nut fans. So
It looks so beautiful.
my dad would eat this, and he's not a salad eater, so my dad
That's
would eat this.
awesome.
I think my 1-year-old would eat this. She likes lettuce and vegetables, so I think she would go to town on this.
That would be
That's
awesome.
awesome. Are you guys going to take this home for your families and remake this at home?
Oh, yeah.
I'll take it home and make it.
There you
because
go.
I have an 8-year-old that needs to learn how to cook too. So
And they can do it with you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a fun
now that I
project
have-
for kids.
Yeah, now that I know how to do it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Good job, ladies. All right, come on.
Come on.
Come on. Oh, this is beautiful. So you guys did this as a collective group. What did you love most about today's teachings and workshop?
I like the salad dressing.
Me too.
Oh, good.
Well, and how to prepare kale. Yes, the most I had ever done with it before is to put in my juicer. So,
And a lot of people honestly don't like kale until they learn how to prepare it.
Right.
Yeah. They say, oh, it's too bitter.
Yes, that's beautiful. Well, you guys did a beautiful job, and you did a great job for such as many people as you had.
Yes.
That's
And it's
great.
I love like the little arrangements.
Yes,
Everybody has a little bite.
I like that.
Yeah.
Everybody has a bite. I love it. Good job, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is beautiful. So your group created this. This is gorgeous.
This is one of those you really do eat with your eyes first. You can kind of see a little bit of movement and rhythm in it, and I really like that. And I just love how it's kind of like an organic and flowing dish. Did you feel that?
Yes, absolutely. We all kind of had a play in putting it together. So
That's
that
really
was super
cool.
fun.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
My favorite takeaway tip was making the garlic salt, so I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
Putting
And,
the
Real Whole Foods.
Yes.
It wins every
Beautiful.
time.
And I'm excited to try the kale because I've only ever had kale in a smoothie.
So you've not had it. So I
No.
think it's time for you to try this.
Oh, okay.
She's only had kale in a smoothie, never had it in real life.
First time, here it goes.
She likes it. Awesome.
It's really good.
Good.
Thank you.
Well, good job, ladies. So your group created a beautiful, you can see that everybody has their serving.
Yes.
You're ready to have a picnic.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Yeah.
Beautiful. I think we tried a little bit of everything. I don't think there was anything we didn't put on there. Yeah.
So the thing about this kind of cooking is that if you didn't have apples, you could use pears. If you didn't have blackberries, you could use blueberries. So it's really intuitive. And once you learn the process, then you can make it with whatever you have in your kitchen.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Do any of you have a new thing you tried that you would never have put on your salads before?
Fig.
Fig?
Dill.
And it's amazing.
And dill.
Yeah.
Dill.
So fig, dill.
Yeah.
I like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I thought dill was only about pickles. I just didn't
Oh,
realize.
wow.
Oh, and it's
Right, dill
amazing,
pickles,
isn't
that's
it?
totally wrong.
So this dill
amazing.
is about a week old, and you see how I have it in a glass? You can
Yes.
store dill in your refrigerator in water like
I
that.
have dill in there that's been in there a month.
Yeah, and you just keep using it.
It's
I
like-
change the water
like
every couple
flowers.
days.
You just keep the water changed, yeah.
Yep, cut the bottoms off every once in a while.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Does basil work that way?
No.
No, it wilts.
I haven't
Cilantro
figured out.
too.
Yeah, cilantro works for me.
It works for you?
Yeah.
It dies on me.
How long will this stay good?
I would eat it today or early tomorrow morning.
Remember, we want to eat fresh is best.
Yeah, yeah.
So if we pre-planned it, then we just want to keep the olive oil dressing to the side, so that way we can put it on.
Yes, yes, yes.
Beautiful
Definitely.
job. Beautiful job.
It's beautiful.
ladies.
Like that I learned today from her was just the term intuitive cooking. Like my family's Italian, and so we don't measure anything.
Yeah.
But I've never like somebody last night asked for one of the recipes. And I didn't know how to put it because we don't measure.
Right.
But it's one
Intuitive cooking, and that's what I stand for.
What feels right.
Yeah. And you listen to your body and you look at what's in season and you really do. You intuitively cook.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful job, ladies.
Beautiful.
Thank you
I'm so
guys
glad you
very
enjoyed.
much.
This is my mother-in-law, and so
Awesome.
what do you think about this, Vicki? Because I know this is kind of new for you, but you're an
is,
amazing
'cause,
cook. But I don't think you've ever done this.
You know, kale is always, people say kale and you go, because the bitterness would overtake the food taste
Absolutely.
of everything.
Absolutely.
But this is amazing, really good. Love it.
I'm so honored to be
Yes,
part
I
of
love
that
it. I
in your
love it.
family.
Melody,
Yeah.
you got my mother-in-law to eat kale, and that deserves
That's a big
hug.
thing.
Oh,
That's
you
a big thing.
guys, thank you so much. And I have to tell you, the plating, I mean, maybe the next time we can do something more around the plating part of it as well, even though everybody did great, there's a whole nother elevated level of
amazing.
plating. But
Yeah.
we really do. I say it all the time. We eat with our eyes first.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you another saying that one of my chef friends, one of my teachers, Chad Sarno, who has written some cookbooks with Chris Carr, he actually has a new cookbook coming out. He always says, we are what we cook. A lot of times people say we are what we eat, but we are what we cook. So when we cook, we know absolutely everything that has gone
It
right
is
into
so
our
true.
food.
Yeah.
So true.
But this is beautiful. I'm so happy to be here with you and everything, like from start to finish.
So did you ladies enjoy today's cooking demonstration?
Yes, it was a lot of fun.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part was just putting all the ingredients together, because certain things I would never put together. So now
I know.
it can kind of make your daily choices more interesting.
I've never personally put figs in a salad, and
never.
I was pleasantly surprised. What about you guys? What do you feel? What did you like about today?
I liked learning about the olive oil. I am crazy about olive oil, but I've never really learned that there's so many differences.
I know that there's different levels.
Yeah.
That is amazing. What about you? What in this journey so far? You've been doing this a week now on the show. What do you feel has changed for you already?
Well, I just love the information and the education. That's been huge. For me, making all the wrong choices to now being, oh yeah, I like this, even though it's healthy. It's not I have to eat healthy now. It's very good. It's very refreshing. And today, the dressing was very nice because I'm used to doing bottle dressing all the time.
Right.
So,
To be
I was
honest,
like, it's
I've
very
never
simple.
made my own dressing. I never have. Is this everyone's first time making their own dressing?
I've made it before.
You've made it before, but first time?
Yes.
First time?
First time.
Yeah, mine too.
I always grew up with my mom always making homemade dressing a lot of
Really?
times,
But did
so
you
I
make
was-
it?
With her, yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
So, but I got
Now,
lazy and didn't do
what do
it.
you guys? What do you think about the massaging of the kale?
That was so much fun.
That was so great, life changing. I know. Well, you guys, you're doing so great. This is just week 1. How do you feel? Week 1.
I feel great.
Energized.
So much more energy.
Really? Energy.
I did yoga for the first time.
You did? High five!
The other day, and I did the whole workout, and I even looked back, and my little daughter was doing it with me.
Oh.
And as soon as I turned back, she stopped, but then I looked back, and she
started again. That is so
That
precious.
was good.
That's amazing. You guys are you're the influencers of your entire family, and I truly believe at the end of this whole 90 days, you're gonna look back and go, what a difference. You'll be different. I mean, this is just week 1. You've only been doing it a few days basically, and just imagine where you'll be at the end. Well, I'm so proud of you guys. Can I have a hug?
Thank you.
Good job. Aw, you guys are so good. So, you just made it through your first week on the program and in your new healthy lifestyle, and we had such an amazing. Did you guys have an amazing time today?
Yes.
Was that not so cool?
It was amazing.
And what stood out to you today that you're just like, I'm amazed I learned that?
I think it was just all the tips that she gave us about from the lemon to the olive oil, just all those little things that we didn't know before.
Right. I'd never even cut apples like that. Had you?
No.
I hadn't. I eat an apple almost every day.
I think too, just the salt and just learning just even the little minerals and what you're putting, because I do kosher salt, but even
Right.
that still has more iodine and things
Right.
than you would get with crushing your own salt. So just getting those whole salt kernels or whatever she calls them and crushing them yourselves, I think is
Right.
a big to do.
Pretty amazing, right? And so with you guys going through your first week, I know that there are sometimes great victories and eye-openings, but then there's also sometimes trials. So I want to know, what is one thing that this week you're like, I crushed. I know I crushed. I did good this week. What would that be? One thing. I'll let you go. You're smiling.
Because my family had ice cream as a snack last night, and I sat there and watched them.
What did
but
you
I
have?
was okay.
What did you have instead?
Nothing. I just kind of, I handed it to them, and I was cleaning the kitchen. And
So you
I
stayed
just,
busy.
I stayed busy, and I took pictures with my daughter and just kind of enjoyed it and was like,
that's
no, I'm
good.
strong. I don't need this.
When I go to a Mexican food restaurant and everybody's eating chips and salsa, I always order a side of celery that I can dip in the salsa, and then I'll actually play cards. So I'm busy. There's no time. I'm the one handing out cards, and we'll play cards at the table at the restaurant. What about you? What's something that you conquered this week?
No soda.
High five! That is a hard
That's really
habit
hard.
to break.
And we're talking about the stevias or the different types. I just was like, I'm not going to do it at all.
All
Just
right.
Not at all.
There you go.
It's huge.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
So what about you?
I got my water in for 2 days, the gallon. And
Wow, that is a lot of water.
Awesome.
You're a fishy now. You're almost a mermaid.
That was a lot.
What about you? What's something that you conquered this week?
Eating more smaller meals.
And more often,
yeah.
right? More frequently.
Correct, which brings in the challenge, but the eating more frequently was my big accomplishment.
How does it make you feel eating more often?
I'm tired.
Physically.
Physically good, but I'm tired of food.
Oh, so you're like, I'm eating so much.
And I'm like, okay.
And I told you guys, most people are shocked to find that when they come to me and I tell them, guess what? I'm not taking away your food. You're going to eat more. And they're shocked. But it's true. You can't starve yourself healthy. You can't starve yourself fit and strong. You have to feed yourself. And what about you? You're our last. What would you say has been one of your victories?
Just having energy to want to do things. So play with my kids, go work out, go shopping, just having energy in the heat.
That's true. That's amazing. High five. I'm so proud of you guys. Can I get a hug? Aww, good job, you guys. So you guys seem to have fun in the class today.
We did.
What'd you think about it?
I loved it. Yeah.
You loved it.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
I know.
I especially like the hands-on. Okay, we're not going to just tell
I
you how
know
to make a
you.
salad.
I know you like the
We're gonna
massaging part.
teach you.
Yes,
we both love the massaging part.
I know you
That's our
did.
favorite.
I know you
Just saying
did.
how dangerous we'd be together, but
Yes.
yeah, I really like the let's do it, and then the whole all the tricks with the pulling off the kale.
I've never done
yeah.
that. I've never
I'd never even
stripped
heard-
a kale like that.
And I had never heard to massage the kale.
I haven't either.
No, it took the bitterness away.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because
I know.
I'm vegan, so I had no idea that
It's going to change your life.
Yeah, because my whole family's like, it's bitter, and I try
bitter.
to sneak it in sandwiches, and now I can
Right.
do a little massaging beforehand, and
They won't even know. They won't even know. I think we need massages, but I guess our kale does too.
It's good for everyone.
I know. Isn't that amazing? I also really liked how she taught us how to cut the apples and plating. It really does make a difference,
It does.
especially.
It does.
I think we're all moms here.
Yep.
Yes, and is it true? Like our family eats with their eyes.
Yes.
And we could throw
Yep.
kale on it, and they'd be out. No.
Yep.
No, thank you. Right.
You get the ooh. No.
Right.
That green juice from Costco, I've been making smoothies with it. And
Yes.
when I got it from Costco, I got the, ew. This is green.
It's green.
I
They just
add
assume.
6 strawberries and half an apple and it turns it bright red.
There
My
you go.
daughter asked me for it 2 days this week to make
I
it.
know. We eat with our eyes, and I gotta admit, I enjoyed seeing the prettiness of the plate.
It was really nice.
It really does.
It was
And
really cool.
and so you guys have now gone through your first week. And I know some of you have been on it a little longer, like Jeannie. Jeannie, you've been doing this 3 weeks.
Yes. Wow.
And in 3 weeks, you've lost how much weight?
20 pounds.
Good 20 pounds. High five.
Amazing.
And here's what blew my mind. This is only 21 days. And get this, in 21 days, you went to the doctor and your doctor checked your blood pressure, and what did she say?
It was low, and I'm on blood pressure.
And it's
meds.
normally high, and now it's low.
And so she told me to stop taking my blood pressure
Yay!
meds.
Yay!
That's so awesome.
That's amazing.
I know, I was so excited. Wow.
In 21 days, you can literally lose 20 pounds. You can get off the blood pressure medication. And again, this isn't some magic pill. And I know, I've seen your posts. You're posting a lot of beautiful foods. All of you, you're posting beautiful foods. All of you. It's the food. It's making those changes. So I want to know from let's start with you. What's one of the biggest changes you've seen this week?
For me, I love my crunchy popcorn. I love chips. I love, because I'm vegan,
Right.
so those are kind of my go-to. So this week, I found a
Which they're insulin spikers, right? Mm-hmm. So what are you having instead?
So I found these little chickpea snacks that have either cinnamon on them or sea salt, and they help me like get through that moment. Once a day, I really feel like I need that, and so I'll go to that, have a couple of them.
Just a couple,
and I'll be good.
And you're in control.
Mm-hmm. And
That's
I'm
awesome.
good. So
what about you? What's something a victory you've seen this week?
Well, my husband and I, we love to sit at night and have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
So in the last week, I've only had 1 glass of wine.
That's good.
And
That's
it was
good.
after my grandchildren left on Tuesday night.
You're like, I need
I had
it.
1 glass of wine. And I've not had any soda.
That's wonderful, and that's hard.
It really is.
That is
I
hard.
don't drink a lot, but every once in a while, but I haven't touched any. The thing that I noticed though is yesterday I got up with a really bad migraine.
Okay.
And I still have one
And
today.
it's normal. It's
Yeah,
detoxing.
I know that.
And
But
how
her
are
bell
you?
her bell today just, it was really difficult because that sound was.
The bell.
The bell today, yeah. And anytime she would hit that, my
You're
head
like,
would
oh.
just like
It was like
pick
in
it
your
up and
head.
put it back on my shoulders.
Well, you hang in there. You're doing great. You're doing amazing. And I know that a lot of people experience the detox. I went through it. Whenever I was going through my detox, I literally cried over not being able to eat garlic bread. I cried over a bowl of pasta because I knew if I ate it, it would totally set me back. But I wanted it so bad, so I had this battle, and I was so emotional. Is anyone else emotional?
Oh my God, I've cried so many times this weekend.
Yeah, some emotions going on. It's
Yeah.
normal. This is week 1, and next week when we meet, I bet you guys are gonna have a different story for me.
I even wrote that in my journal one day, and it was like
One day at a time.
I don't know if it was my kids or me or
Yep.
both. No, it couldn't be. It was the kids. But I lost it one day.
Yeah.
But
And it
was
happens.
that,
It happens. Trust me, my first month, my husband had to console me daily because I was crying, I was getting angry, and then I would get mad that I can't eat certain foods, and I'd be like, why can't I eat this? It's not fair. But you guys, you're doing amazing. I'm proud of all of you. Michaela, any victories that you've had this week?
Absolutely. Just knowing that I'm coming.
You're coming here.
Keeps me accountable, number
Right.
one, which then makes me absolutely just be aware of taking time for me. We're all moms, and you do have to take time for yourself. So just trying to get to the gym or even just walk, or I saw your post about doing that. So this morning I was on the bike, and I was going like this, and it doesn't matter if people
I'm all
think
over
you're
that
crazy.
bike. I think I look
awesome.
crazy. My kids are like, oh my gosh. And you know what?
Fun.
This journey, it has to be about your journey, your personal walk. You're not eating for anyone else. You're not living for anyone else. You have to do this yourself, and you have to do it for you. And then as a side effect, your whole family's going to benefit from this.
Yes.
And who knows? We could have the next host in here. We could have the next nutritionist. You guys could, one of those could be you. And literally, who knows who you'll impact from your journey.
Right. Yeah.
You never know.
For
When I
sure.
started at 271 pounds, I had no idea I'd be doing this.
Yeah.
I was just needing to get healthy.
Yeah.
But
That's
you guys,
amazing.
I'm so proud of you guys. Can I have a hug?
Yeah. Thank
Aw, I'm so proud of you guys. What did you guys think about this class we just did?
It was amazing. I learned
loved it.
Today was
a lot.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I learned a lot too.
Right.
It was pretty amazing. What was your favorite parts?
Well, I came in late, and I had a really hectic morning, and that's a big part of my struggle, I think, is stress. And so I debated, it was one of those mornings where everything went wrong. I got in the car, spilled my drink all over my pants, and I thought,
Oh, man.
I'm gonna be late, I'm not going. And then I took a minute and I was like, just go.
Just go.
And I'm so glad I did, because it was great, and it was fun, and I learned a lot.
High five.
Yes.
You made it.
Yes, I
Now
made it.
you're a mom, right? How many kids?
4.
4 kids. I have 3. I get it.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
And you just got to push through it.
Yeah.
Right.
What about you guys?
Massaging the kale.
Massaging the
And
kale?
it made a difference in my
I
face,
know.
for sure.
It
I
did.
had no, seriously, that changes my life.
I did not either.
Changes my life.
It was
Yeah.
great.
I had no idea. And as you massaged it, it literally got less bitter and less bitter
Right.
and
Yeah.
less bitter.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Just
Neither
softer.
did I.
And
Yeah.
softer.
Just
Kind of
softer.
broke it down.
I'd known about rolling the citrus, but I had no idea about the kale. But it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes total sense. What was your favorite part about today?
The figs.
I know.
I know, isn't that funny?
Yes.
Like I have
It
not.
takes me back to my Fig Newton cookie
know.
day.
I know.
And then I'm eating and I'm like, oh, this is good.
Yeah. No,
Figs. Who
I thought
knew?
you were going to want to put it on our salad, and I'm all, no
You're,
figs.
you're all.
And then you ate one, and I said, "Oh my God, I'm gonna try one."
Yeah,
and
it
I
was-
was like, "Okay, I could do this. I could
think-
so do this."
I think the lesson truly for me today is don't judge it. Just
Yeah.
try it.
Yeah. Just try it.
Just
Yeah.
try it. And we had several ladies in there that had never had kale or said that they hated kale, and they were self-proclaimed, "I'll never eat kale," and they tried it and they're like, "This is amazing."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I like
Yeah.
what the chef said, where whenever you create it, you have an ownership of it, and you're like, it's kind of like a parent with their baby.
It's your baby.
You're like, no,
Yeah.
I'm going to eat you.
I'm gonna eat the baby.
I want to eat you. But I know this is just our first week. What are some victories you've had in this first week, or hardships? I mean, I know you kind of shared on your, just the stress of balancing parenting.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Any stresses or any victories that you've overcome this week?
I have 2. One is that we started walking together.
That's wonderful.
So that's
That's
been
great.
nice to have a partner to do it with and kind of keep you on track kind of
Yeah.
thing. And then the struggle, oh my gosh, I literally kind of had a panic attack the other day because I'm documenting photos.
Right.
My husband wanted to see a photo from a house we were looking at in my phone, and I thought, I could feel me just welling up inside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, he can't see my pictures. He can't see my phone because I've been ashamed and I've been embarrassed and I've been hiding my body, I think anyway, from pretty much everyone. I've been secluding myself, including from him. So when he wanted to see that, it made me, like I feel it now, anxious,
Right.
because it's embarrassing. And I didn't want him to
But
see
you know
that.
you're supported and you're loved here.
Exactly.
And you're doing it, girlfriend.
Thank you.
We're
and
all
so,
proud.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm
And
proud of all of
wait
you.
till you get to your go away. She's gonna be like, "Look at this."
She's like, who wants to photograph this?
Who wants to be? Like she don't even know the group, but she's jumping in their pictures.
Exactly.
Hey.
Yeah, exactly. And he pulled me aside and said, I know your body isn't what you want it to be right now, but you're beautiful to me. I
Yes,
love you
you
and
are.
you're supportive, and so that was great. And it just
You're
reminded
awesome.
me to enjoy the journey as it's happening.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got to love yourself regardless of size.
Right.
Yes.
When I was
Yeah.
starting my journey at 271 pounds, I had to make a decision that I loved my body and I was doing this because I loved it, not because I hated it.
Right.
And that's a big mind shift, because so many times we starve ourselves, we overtrain because we hate what we see. And I'm telling you, do it because you love what you have.
Right.
do this because you love you. Now, what has stood out to you?
Planning was
Planning.
Meal planning
True.
was a true obstacle, and just kind of trying to figure out what to make.
Yes.
That was hard for me too. Once I got to the store and I was
Well,
trying
now
to
you know you can make a kale salad.
There you go.
There you go. When in doubt, go kale.
Right. Yeah. Good things. I have quite a sweet tooth, so I went the whole week without any sweets.
High five!
So,
Wow.
very
Good
proud of
job.
myself.
Good job.
Awesome.
And what about you?
Oh my goodness, it was a tough week. It really was. It was like we had the car wouldn't start, so it's sitting there. The truck broke down within like 2 days.
Oh my
and
gosh.
the truck is our business. That's what we do.
Right.
I was so stressed, but then it got all fixed and there was no reason to be stressed. And
Right.
and I've been now, the good thing is I'm like, I've been on this program already. I've been on the plan. I've lost 30 pounds. So excited about that.
Yes.
But I feel now I'm getting even more honed in.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like before I was kind of like, I was a little
Well, you
slack.
have support and you have
Yes.
you have accountability.
A little more accountability.
Every week
yes.
we're meeting.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
just hang in there. And that's my best advice to you guys. We're just beginning. We're just going. Hang in there. It's going to get easier, and you're going to start to see these results, and you're going to be so hooked that nothing, not a kid's birthday cake, not a stressor, nothing will stop you.
Great.
I'm so proud of you guys. Can I have a hug?
Yes.
Yay. Good job, you guys. Thank you. How did you like today, ladies?
I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Wasn't it fun?
I love her.
I've never had so much fun massaging Kale in my life.
7 minutes, that's a long time.
I'm like, I need a massage for 7 minutes.
Gosh, no kidding.
But
I was like,
had I known that, I would have been eating kale a long time ago.
I know. I love how we can take foods that typically are like not super desirable, and we turned it into something so delicious and beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm
knowing the
impressed.
tricks of the trade to be
Had
able
no
to
idea.
do that is huge.
I think
It
learning
opens
how
it
to
up
how to strip that kale too was cool. What did you like, Tara?
I like the dressing the best.
The dressing. That's good.
Instead of buying the store bought, you can just
I
make
know.
it so simple.
And
Just
it's
load some more
organic.
garlic in there.
It just keep throwing the garlic in. What now? I know this has been a crazy first week for you guys. What is some of the victories that you've experienced this week, or challenges? What's something that has changed for you? I'll let you start, Sheila. I'll just throw you on the spot like I always do.
This week.
But Sheila, you're down how much? Because you've been kind of doing this already. You're down almost 20 pounds. Is that right?
35.
35 pounds.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
35
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So 35 pounds you're down so far. How do you feel?
I feel really good. Like I'm not tired. I'm thinking more clearly. It's just better all around.
Just better all around.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so, what about you? You've been doing this a week.
So,
How do
actually,
you
I've been
feel?
actually doing it since a little after Mother's Day, and I'm down about 15.
Oh, good job, girl. Good job.
But this week's been I've been very tired this week, and I don't know if it's, but I've also been out at baseball for 4 hours
Oh
every
my
afternoon,
gosh.
so I think
So
the
you've
heat is
got
just
a lot going on.
Yeah.
Baseball and
So,
the heat and everything.
Yeah, I think that has probably a bigger contributing factor to it.
Are you drinking your water?
I am, but then I get like so full, like I'm uncomfortable.
With the water?
Yeah.
Keep going.
I know.
Keep going. Just
There's
keep
not
going.
enough room in there.
Just keep going. How about you now, Tara? Tara was my superstar where you have already been eating this way for a while. Kind of fell off track. You're back. You're doing it again. But in your first week with me, you've lost how much? That first time around, how much? It was like 16?
Yeah, 16, 17, something like
17 pounds? Yeah, it was
Wow.
17.2 pounds you lost in 1 week.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like a fresh start for you.
Yeah.
What is different this time around from the first time around? Do you feel any different?
I'm actually walking. I'm
So you're
actually
working out.
exercising this time, yes.
You're
I found
exercising.
some lady friends in the
Yeah, she
group,
shared
and-
about it, how
yeah.
you guys are walking together. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's like when you
And
first
socializing.
start and you drop some of that weight that you're carrying around that makes you so tired, and eating the wrong things that make you so tired.
Right.
When you start to eat right and you're feeling better, you actually have extra energy. You're like, I could work out. I could get on the treadmill.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
do the elliptical or whatever, take a walk.
It's so true. And when I started my weight loss journey, I started as a size 24 wide. I was 271 pounds, and at the time I had diabetes. I was dealing with thyroid issues, so I was exhausted, right? And I couldn't do anything other than walk. And that's what I did for my first 9 months. I just walked every night because I had that really bad habit of going and getting milkshake and french fries. And so what I did is instead of getting the milkshake and french fries, I'm like, I gotta get out of the house. Right. So I'd throw the kids in the jogging stroller and I just walk the neighborhood. And when I'd come back, I'd have a chocolate protein shake. I'd have like my replacement, because I believe you can't just remove, you replace. Right. And so that became my habit for years. And I'm telling you, ladies, this is only the first week. You keep going, and I promise it's gonna get easier and easier. You're gonna feel better, you're gonna look better, and it's just gonna be an amazing journey. I'm so proud of you guys. Yay. Can I have a hug?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good job, ladies. Aww. So, how do you feel about today's class? I thought it went awesome.
I am like buzzing with energy. I'm so excited.
I think you're my twin and you don't know it.
I think so too.
I think we're food twins.
We must be.
I think we are.
I know, and it only took us about 2 years to get together.
I know. I'm so glad we did. I'm so glad you came out and you did this. Everyone, you changed lives today.
Christina,
Literally.
you're going to make me cry.
Well, you can if you
but
want.
this is why this is honestly why I do the work I do.
I know.
I know you change lives. I change lives. We live our passion. Look,
I know.
We live our passion on our sleeves out to the world every day. But when you really see it happening,
it was
and
amazing.
People integrating.
I learned things that I had no idea. I had no idea.
Too.
That's what we do. I know. I had no idea about the massaging of the kale, especially for like 7 minutes. I had no idea. I loved how the more I massaged it, the better it felt, and the better it became soft, and then it started tasting less bitter.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
It's all what I talk about is intuitive.
It is.
So you have to like listen and pay attention and be very. That's why I bring the singing bowl. It's mindful when we're in the kitchen.
Yes.
It's being in the moment.
And it got everyone
present.
quiet.
Well, that too.
And I love that. It's like bing, bing, bing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But it gets everybody a little bit grounded. But yeah, it's a process. And the funny thing is that like some of this stuff, I was never trained. I just started to figure it out.
Right.
And I'm going, oh, well, this works. And then I get my more culinary training, and then I can
and you find out,
it.
wow, that's why we do it.
Exactly.
I think teaching that we can take foods. I love that we had people taste kale for the first time that were, proclaimed I hate kale people. And then they're like, oh, this is amazing. This is good.
Yeah, and now we're in there cleaning up and they're taking some home with them with
I
the leftovers.
love that. I love that. And I know when they walked in, it was probably very intimidating.
Yeah, I would think so.
I was intimidated. And I'm a nutritionist, and I walked in and I went, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Yeah. It was awe as well. I was in awe.
I'm so glad.
And honestly, your whole class, it was amazing. And we definitely have to have you back. I mean, amazing. And I love your book, and I'm gonna have to have you sign this for me. And I cannot wait to give this away to someone who is just gonna love it. I know that they'll love it. I love what you've done with this. Look at that.
And it's all
so
mine.
beautiful.
This is actually at a retreat that we did in Sedona.
That's amazing.
And
we need to make some plans here. Okay.
We do. Yeah.
But thank you so much for coming on the show. And thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and just your beautiful heart. And you're just so gorgeous inside and out. And thank you for coming here.
You too. And I really am. I'm so honored. I'm just so honored to be here as part of your
team. And the
team.
farm that donated, what's their name?
It's Blue Sky Organic Farm.
Blue Sky Organic Farms in Arizona.
In Litchfield. Out in Litchfield Park. And they have, I think, 35 acres.
Wow. Well, tell them thank you from us.
I will.
Tell them we are so thankful and that their food was amazing and it did change lives. People who I know we at least have 3 or 4 people who would say, I don't like kale, and now they're like, I love kale.
I love kale.
And I love kale.
And they know how to make a salad
My
dressing.
mother-in-law is one of them.
That is so awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you. It's been my honor.